We have Janet Fine. There must be some Cabrillo College folks here, huh? Janet is part of the family over at Cabrillo. She is the main lab tech over at the dark room at Cabrillo College and at the very center of the very rich artistic culture they have at Cabrillo. And she's also really a really capable and visionary mixed media artist. We'll hope you'll be able to see a bit of her art, and she's so great that she needs two presenters. To tell you more about Janet is the queenly Jane Gregorius and Lynda Watson.
We're here to honor Janet Fine as a recipient of the Gail Rich Award. But you know, we're not really sure what she does. Actually, let's try to list some off, Linda. Well, we know that she's a lab technician for all the photo, digital classes at Cabrillo College, and actually much, much more.
She's a fine artist in photography, drawing, silk screening, and other media.
She's co-founder, teacher, and administrator for Cabrillo Arts, a workshop at Cabrillo College.
She's a piano player and a guitarist.
And poker player every Wednesday night.
She's always the designated driver, and she used to ride a motorcycle.
She's a fine cook, especially for anything potato, and sorbet, and dog biscuits.
She's a smoothie maker and formulator.
Active online Scrabble player with several people at once.
Beloved dog owner and editor of the Dog Beach newsletter.
A reliable Saturday morning attendee at It's Dog Beach, and she often buys the donuts.
She's a tutor for photography classes.
An excellent gardener and succulent collector.
She has a great sense of humor. She's very, very funny.
Fledgling metalsmith and reasonable woodworker.
She's a disc jockey and a music programmer.
Extraordinary greeting card maker.
She's the go-to fixer of anything electronic, especially computers, printers, or phones.
And a great party hostess.
A movie lover.
Regular dominoes and mahjong player.
A year-round ocean swimmer.
Killer dancer.
Strong supporter of the Pajaro Valley Gallery.
Great ideas person.
Camper, walker, runner, hiker.
Beer drinker and pub explorer.
Gin and tonic aficionado.
Loyal, thoughtful, good friend.
News junkie.
Curator and installer of art shows.
Graphic designer.
Yard sale organizer.
Art collector and general stuff collector.
Wonderful sister of David and his family and daughter of Sharon.
A volunteer for the community and friends.
Wonderful and fun traveler, especially on car trips.
Besides being an artist, Janet is so amazingly helpful to the community, to all the students at Cabrillo College, and to her friends. Really anyone who needs help.
We salute her. We would like to introduce her tonight, and we invite you to ask her for anything. I don't know why picturing you all naked is supposed to make me feel less nervous, but it doesn't. I do want to start out by thanking Jane and Linda for that amazing introduction. I really feel like it should be the other way around. Although they wouldn't need much introduction since a lot of you out there already know and love them. Since they've been involved in numerous local art organizations for many years. Teachers at Cabrillo Art Department, Cultural Council, Santa Cruz Art League, Pajaro Valley Gallery, the Tannery, Cabrillo Arts Summer Workshops, just to name a few. And I share my adoration for Jane and Lynda, not just because they are deserving of recognition or because they are dear friends, but because they're an inspiration to me, and by setting an example of their continual involvement and dedication to the arts in our community. So I learned from the best. I can't see them, but they're up there, so yeah. And they're a perfect segue of why I feel very fortunate to have landed in the field of art education. Not for the big bucks, of course, but for the many ways it enriches life. I came here in '83 to UCSC. Yes, I'm one of those who came for school and fell in love with the town. I heard they had a great art program, so I thought I'd come here, but really mostly I wanted to live where I could play at the beach or walk in the woods, or better yet, do both in the same day. So I stayed on at UCSC, working in the art department and doing restaurant work on the side. If some of you don't know me, but I look familiar, I worked in many major Santa Cruz institutions like the Cabrillo and UC, but also the old Saturn on Mission Street and the Bagelry. Yeah, so it's hard to tell where I know somebody from. And I've also been on many women's and co-ed softball teams. I now worked at the art photography department at Cabrillo for 20 years. So back to why I feel so fortunate. First, there's an immense satisfaction and inspiration working with students, giving them creative tools and helping them explore their artistic vision and voice. It's really quite a privilege. Another valuable gift that comes with working in the arts is the tremendous camaraderie with peers, instructors, students, artists, and friends. The way folks come out and support and enjoy each other, the way art enhances the quality of life. I'm talking about art in the broad sense. Like Jane and Lynda mentioned, I'm very interdisciplinary in my love for the creative arts. In fact, during this past insane and challenging year, music and playing the piano has been my main refuge. The arts touch so many parts of our human experience. They restore us in hard times and help us to resist, express injustice and pain and love and humor. I just feel extremely lucky to live in this richly creative community. It's fantastic. So I'd really like to thank Wallace and Schmuel for making this wonderful event happen all these years. I spent many years in the audience enjoying it and never once imagining that I would be up here. But I am super honored to receive this award and to join an amazing, talented group of recipients. I also must say that being photographed by Schmuel was a blast. Of course, I'm way more comfortable being on the other side of the camera, but after he said, "I want your portrait to be spectacular," he said, "I kind of picture you surrounded by dogs and you're photographing them," and well, as you can imagine, it was good times. And there may have been some cookies placed on my hat and back, I think, I'm just saying, I'm not sure. So thank you, Wallace and Schmuel, for this super honor. Also, thank you to the Cultural Council and Sabrina and Ann and Dana and the Rio folks and all the people who make this event happen. It's really fantastic. I'd also like to thank my mom, who came up from LA to be here. She's the greatest. She and my dad, who's not around anymore, are responsible for any of my good qualities. Somebody told me to say, I'm responsible for my bad qualities. They're responsible for my good qualities. I had the best family upbringing you could ever ask for, full of love and humor and support. Visual arts and music were always encouraged, and I had lots of freedom to grow into my own shoes or sneakers or whatever they had. And lastly, what makes me feel wealthy beyond belief is that I am surrounded by the most fabulous family of friends, many who are here. That love and support is certainly key to any of my accomplishments and my success. And I feel like this is when I would have an Oscar and I would hold it up and I would say, I share this with you. Well, I certainly do. Thank you.